Hello and welcome to Veritas installation training, which is a part of the Veritas volume manager. This video is being presented from Unix services, so please do subscribe to us on the YouTube channel and also visit us on unixservices.co.in. So initially today what we have is we have a Red Hat operating system, that is Red Hat 6, which we are installing the Veritas or the semantic volume manager. And I have downloaded the 64-bit volume manager software and dumped the same thing onto my virtual machine, which I am working on right now. So you can get this from the semantic official website, and you can choose 64-bit Red Hat option for volume manager and download the same from the website. And if you have a look at the operating system which we are using, so it is Red Hat Enterprise 6.3 RHEL 6. 6.3 is the operating system. So now we have dumped the content, and if you type ls, we can see all the files which are related to the package which we have downloaded from the internet through the semantic website. So our next task would be to start the installation. So before we start the installation, we will perform a pre-installation check. So we have all these folders and the installation script, and when we hit pwd, so we are right now on the root desktop RHEL 6 64-bit x86_64. this is what is the folder which we are there. So inside that we have all these folders, directories, and the installing script. So our task would be to install. So before we install we need to check the pre-installation check. So we will use // and we'll give the name of the script, that is installer, which is there in green, the executable script. And now we are waiting for it to perform and run. The system requirements would be minimum 9 GB of the disk space and 2 GB of RAM. So once we run the installer script, we'll get this menu, which is a part of Veritas product, and here we have different options where you can perform a pre-installation check, configure and install a product, or if you want, you can install a product, upgrade, uninstall a product, start a product, stop a product, and you have all these options. So we are interested to perform a pre-installation check before we go ahead and install the product. So I'll hit the P key, and now it is asking what do you want to install. So we have three options, that is Veritas Cluster Server, Veritas Storage Foundation, and High Availability. So we want option 2. So because we are working on the storage foundation, so we'll choose option 2, and then it'll ask the name of the machine, the host name. So here our host name is server, so I'll just type server here and hit enter. So now it starts communicating to the machine and perform a pre-installation check. So now it is checking for the system communication. And you can see it's checking for the release compatibility and the RPMs which are there. So you may sometimes get an error message for RPMs. So once you get the error message, please go ahead and install those RPMs to resolve the problem. Okay, so right now our system check is completed and we do not have any errors and we are good to go for the installation. So now we'll perform the installation and we'll run the same script once again. Now we will choose I option to install a product. So we want to install the second Veritas storage foundation and high availability, and it is asking, would you agree the license agreement? I'll say yes. So select the RPMs to be installed on all the machines. So I would say I'll go with option 2, which is recommended. Enter the 64-bit RHEL system names. So the system name which I am trying to install is server. Now it starts the installation. And now we'll hit enter to install all the RPMs which are there. You can see the name of the RPMs which it is trying to install. And you can see the taskbar which completes the percentage. So we are waiting for the installation to complete. and now we can see it's performing the post installation task. So if you have an valid license key, you can enter it right now, or in case if you are working on a test machine, you can just hit enter, and you can select the product which you want to test it or work on. So we'll be testing the standard version of the high availability and the storage foundation. And would you like to enable replication? If you want to enable replication, you can say yes. So presently in our situation we do not want to enable replication, so we'll choose no. And it says, would you like to configure a storage foundation high availability server? So right now in our situation we are not configuring any server, so I'll hit enter. In case if you want, you can just go ahead and configure it. So would you like to send the information about this installation to Symantec to help improve installation in future? So we can say yes, not a problem. So we can view the summary file of the installation. So the installation was successfully completed, so I do not require any summary file. That's fine. So that's the end of the installation which we have completed. So that's good. Everything went on smooth and we were able to work out. So our next task is to check whether our installation was completed properly or not. So we can use VX disk list to list the disks which is there. So many times when you run this VX disk list, you may get this error, the IPC failure error. So to fix this problem, we need to run VX config D to configure the disks. And now we'll run VX disk controller to initialize, and we'll run the VX disk controller to enable. So once we do that, now we can run the VX disk list and we can see the disk which is there available for us. So that's all we have for the installation. Thank you for viewing and have a great day ahead.